Let me guess. You're at an all-time low. You feel like you've hit rock bottom and it just can't get any lower. And you feel like there's no way you can manifest from this point in time because it's just so bad, right? You don't even know. Like, you are at the perfect time for a manifestation to come through. When you're at your rock bottom place, this is actually the most powerful moment for you to pivot and turn things around with your beliefs. And yes, you can still believe at this point. This is basically the bridge of incidents, we'll call it, right? So I'm going to give you the steps to manifest from this point of life, this event, that feels like there's just no way you're going to dig yourself out of it. This is actually the perfect place to be. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you gotta double down. You've got to embrace the pain, embrace the moment, realizing that this isn't the end all be all. You're really kind of right in the thick of it. And once you kind of radically embrace the situation, the pain, and just acknowledge, okay, I'm here. This is where I'm at. It's the best place because this really is the place of surrender. And once you surrender to the circumstances, that is when things start to shift, so long as you can keep your eye on the prize. So surrender to it. That's what this moment is for. This is how manifestations come through, because we're not meant to, manhandle, so to speak, the manifestation. We're meant to just go with the flow of life. And at any other time in your life, you might be thinking, oh, I've got this down because I'm in control. But that's the wrong attitude to have. It's when you surrender to not being in control, that is when things start to shift. So first things first is to kind of radically accept the situation and just go, okay, this is where I'm at. That's when people throw out a Hail Mary or whatever they got to do, whatever they believe in. I know I personally have gone through moments like this where you're just at rock bottom. Like when I was still living in LA and it was the pandemic, and my upstairs neighbor was just being the biggest pain in the ass neighbor. I mean, it wasn't his fault that the walls were tissue paper thin, but boy, did he take advantage of it. And so it was at this point where I was locked in my apartment all day. So was he. And everything he did, it just was, let's just say I had my rock bottom moment. And not only that, but at the time, it was the pandemic, so we were shut down. I wasn't working, and I had to get out of that apartment. And all signals and everything in the 3D was basically saying, Dina, you're kind of stuck. But I didn't care. I just really doubled down on my manifestation. When I hit rock bottom, I was like, I got to get out of this place. And so I did, and I managed to keep myself focused on my goals and doggedly looking for a place to live, someplace that was better, something that I could afford. And when all seemed lost, I mean, real rock bottom moment, I wasn't sure how I was going to get out of this place. It came through. So I am living proof. And not only did it come through my manifestation, but I got more than I even asked for and wanted. It was amazing. So if I can do that, I know you can. After you've radically accepted this shitty situation, the second step is to narrow down your focus to like one thing, something that can just fix it all, or fix it most to where you can feel good about where you are after you get this thing, this manifestation. So figure out what that one thing is. For me, at the time that I had my rock bottom moment, it was getting a new apartment, and with certain things, because I wasn't going to move if I didn't get, certain things out of my manifestation, out of my desired reality. Zero in on just one thing, because then you can really just focus all your energy toward that one thing instead of dividing your attention between I need this, this, this. This is not the time to just ask for the whole enchilada, the whole world. But you can focus on one thing, and within that one thing, manifest everything you want out of it. Okay, so for me, it was an apartment. I had to have a dishwasher, or I had to have a a garbage disposal in my sink. I had to have AC. It had to be on upper floors. And there had to be laundry in the building, right? So it was just certain things. It was all these things within this one thing. That's cool. So just put all your focus into that one thing. Just make it concentrated. Okay, now the third step is to meditate. And I mean it, meditate. Like if your head is just so stuck in this negative mode of everything that's going on in this rock bottom state, then you just kind of got to get out of your head. You got to meditate, get quiet, just get those thoughts out of your head and do some kind of like meditation. It doesn't have to be crazy. Just do it like maybe 15 minutes every day. Right? And if you can get quiet in your meditation, that would be amazing. Just empty all those thoughts out of those negative thoughts out of your head. Another thing you can do in this step is to do something to distract yourself. That means you can go out, go for a walk, exercise, do something like maybe physical that could distract you. If you knit, play with your kids. If you have kids at home, play with them. Sometimes that can distract you from everything that's going on in the negative side of your life, this rock bottom side of your life. Play with your kids or spend time with them, talk with them, anything to distract yourself from this rock bottom pit. So the fourth step in this rock bottom manifestation plan is to send a clear message out to spirit, God, angels, whatever you believe in. So this is the point where you would ask for help. You ask the universe. Say things like, I surrender to this moment. I surrender and give these issues, these problems to you to resolve for me in my highest, for my highest good. I always like to start off a prayer with help. Hello, ever-loving presence, right? Hello, ever-loving presence. Help me. This is where I need help. I need help. I need you to find me an apartment. I give it up to you. That is my cry. I give it up to you to resolve, because clearly I can't do this on my own. It's okay to say that, and understand that spirit and God and the universe, whatever source, is going to hear you, but you have to ask for it. I need help. Hello, ever-loving presence. I need help in this situation. And then the last part, the last step when you're at rock bottom is to just let it go. Once you give it to the universe to take care of, allow the universe to do it. So for me, I gave it up to the universe because I knew I was going to need a miracle. And I got the miracle. It was crazy. It was fantastic. And I'll have to link that video here, but I will link that so that you can hear about what happened when I manifested the apartment. But all you can do is like little mini things to try and attain that goal, things that can make you feel like you're doing something about it, but at the same time, you're not doing anything that's fear-based. So what I did was I just started looking for an apartment, and it helped me to organize my thoughts about what I needed and what I wanted. And the act of like looking helped me to visualize what I was manifesting. So I could visualize by actually looking up apartments in the area and seeing what was available. And I could picture myself in the apartment based on what I had found. And I even planned like how I was going to buy furniture, what furniture I would need, what furniture I would get rid of. And another thing you could do, because I was looking for an apartment, was I started getting rid of my old stuff because I knew I was going to have to pack. So every day I was like getting rid of stuff and doing a deep cleaning. And then just the act of doing that is liberating. It's very busy work, but it also says, basically it tells the universe, I am preparing to move. Even though I didn't know how it was going to happen, I was preparing to move. And when I knew I was getting close, I put in my notice, to my landlord. I was just so excited. But these little mini steps helped me to distract myself from any negative thoughts of this isn't going to happen. Oh no, I made sure that I was thinking and moving toward it happening. So once you start doing that, just let it go. Once you've made the declaration that you need help in this area, whatever it is for you, then just let it go. Release it to the universe and just expect once you start, especially once you start doing those little steps, it will become easier and easier to expect that it's going to happen, and you will manifest what you need during this rock bottom moment. And tomorrow is a new day. It's not going to last forever, this event. You will get on the other side of it and start to visualize yourself on the other side of this rock bottom event. I believe in you. Comment down below and let me know, what is this rock bottom moment? Or if you don't want to get that personal, just tell me what it is that you're going to manifest to get yourself out of this rock bottom moment. And I'll see you next time.